So basically, everyone wants a Ralph Lauren Christmas this year, but I think there's ways that we can have a nostalgic Christmas without having to buy into the latest trends. Hey y'all, my name is Chelsea and I hope you feel at home here. I like to talk about all things that have to do with the home, including healthy home habits, home decor, interior design, and now holiday decor. So basically, I've just been seeing all of this stuff online about the new trend for Christmas this year is Ralph Lauren Christmas. And I started looking into it because because to me, it just looked like normal Christmas. Like, this is the kind of decor that I grew up with as a child. I had Christmas in the 90s, so it was a little bit more flamboyant with color than the most recent Christmases have been. All of the beige and neutrals and that kind of thing. So when I saw Ralph Lauren Christmas, I really didn't realize that it was actually Ralph Lauren Christmas. I thought that it was just like Christmas decor. Like, I didn't realize it was a theme. And that got me thinking about just Christmas decor in general. And is there a way we can decorate for Christmas that is kind of like the right way to make it cozy and nostalgic? I kind of think specifically to back when I was a child and what made Christmas so exciting and fun for me. It wasn't that my mom picked out a different trend every single year. It was that we would go to the garage and we would pull out the same boxes of Christmas decor, and every single year we would put out the exact same things every single time. And that was so much fun as a child to pull out the same stocking and the same tree and the same ornaments every single year. And I think that's a part of the holiday decor that we've kind of lost in the last few years is creating that nostalgia. It's not really about creating these individual magical moments, but it's building the nostalgia around the holidays that you celebrate. So these are things that you can specifically buy if you don't already have them, but they are things that are pretty easy to find secondhand, or I'm sure that some lady that you know might have extras of some of these items laying around. And if you're new to decorating your home for the holidays, or if you're wanting to build that nostalgia piece by piece, I think I've come up with a really good list of things that can take time to collect and also make you excited to pull them out year after year after year instead of wanting to buy a new version of the same thing. So item number one is candles and candle holders. So this is something that can come in a variety of colors and styles, and you can match it to your home decor or to your Christmas style or whatever really easily. And they're really easy to find in thrift stores or secondhand, or I know plenty of people who have just a ton of candles that they're probably not going to get through, at least with this holiday season. And I feel like it could be kind of fun to have like a candle swapping party or something. But candles really add a lot of warmth and coziness to any time of year, but especially the winter and the holidays. I was recently reading the book, The Little Book of Hygge. It was talking about the amount of candles that Danish people burn in their homes throughout the Hygge time, and they have about like 4 candles burning at a time. And I think we can learn a lot of lessons there for the holiday season of different kinds of candles. Like, I obviously really love candles. I've been collecting candlesticks, like holders, for years. I think my collection is pretty much complete at this point. I have about like 12, I think, and they're all the brass and they're all different styles and they're different heights and shapes. And I put them up on display during the warmer months, and then as soon as it starts to feel cozy, I slowly pull out all of the different candlesticks, and then as soon as it's Christmas time, I put them everywhere throughout the house so they're kind of spread out. And I pull them out every single year, and it just feels really fun and cozy and hopefully nostalgic for my family whenever I do that. I've also recently started putting a candle on the table for us to burn during dinner, just because it does get darker a lot earlier now. And that has been so fun for us to have like this cozy little intimate moment during our dinner time. And I think it can really kind of start creating these memories of coziness and warmth and togetherness that'll build that magic around the holidays. Number 2 is an obvious one. I'm always going to talk about this, but lights. Lights that you choose for your home for Christmas. I think you can go any direction you want except for a cool LED. I'm going to say you definitely should not pick that. But any kind of multicolor bulb or a white bulb, I feel like whichever one you choose is going to be nostalgic for your family no matter what decision you make. The lights on the tree, the lights all over your home, the lights like on the window, wherever you're putting them, putting up the festive, cozy warmth of a little strand of lights just really makes a difference and can just bring those warm feelings and exciting feelings together. Also, if you're putting them in a place where people outside can see them, it also adds this warmth for people who can see your home, whether you're in an apartment or a house. Putting them in your windows so people can enjoy the Christmas cheer or holiday cheer is a really fun way to build up part of your collection of Christmas decor and more of that magic for the season. The third thing you could work on collecting, if you have the storage, is greenery. Things like wreaths or garlands for your windows or doorways. Wrapping those in lights or putting bows on them is part of that classic Christmas vibe of bringing in the greenery. If you can go out and find your own greenery from your yard, bringing the outside in, that's the best idea because then it smells really good. But adding greenery and that kind of natural texture is such a traditional way of decorating for Christmas. Like, we have the tree, so extending it out to more greenery, it just makes it even more cozy. And you can dress that up with paper chains or paper stars or little ornaments or lights, and bringing more of those natural elements into your home, even if it's like a fake version, it just makes it so cozy. I know for me, it makes me so excited to bring out my Christmas wreaths to put on our windows for Christmas. I found mine at the thrift store like 3 years ago for like $4 each. They're just very plain, very basic wreaths. And then I bought the most basic red ribbon on sale at like a craft store for like 75 cents after Christmas was over. And then that's what I used to wrap up my wreaths, put the little bow on them, and I get so excited when I pull them out every single year. It just makes me really happy to pull out the same wreaths every single time and finally get to put them up for the year. Another thing that's fun to collect over time can be stockings or stocking accessories like stocking hooks. And that's a pretty easy one to start getting the ball rolling on. If you live by yourself, you can get yourself a stocking. And then as your family grows, then you can buy more and more over time instead of buying them all at once, which unfortunately is what I did this year because I did not have the foresight to buy mine gradually. A fun thing to look for just out and about at antique stores or in thrift stores are stocking hooks. I see them pretty often, I mean throughout the year honestly, but obviously whenever Christmas starts popping around, they'll start pulling them out more. But there's so many vintage ones out there that are really sturdy. Investing in things like that will really just kind of up the vibe of your Christmas, and also just more of that nostalgia of pulling out the exact same stocking and the exact same stocking hanger every single year just makes it so magical. Number 5 feels pretty obvious to me just because this is what my family has done forever, but collecting ornaments over time is such a game changer. Finding ornaments on a trip you go on or making them, finding one that reminds you of a place that you've been to, that's something that you can do over many, many years. You don't have to buy a full set of ornaments. And I think that's such a cool way to build your collection over time without it having to really cost a lot of money all at once. And I feel like that way too, your tree kind of starts to take on this vibe of like, you know what specific ornaments you're looking for. and what places you've been to, or if one reminds you of a person or things like that. I think that collecting ornaments over time can just be really special for you and your family. The final item that I think you can collect over time is a Christmas village. I grew up with my family having a Christmas village, and I would get so excited when we pulled it out and we set it all up in this little wintry scene. And as a child, I just really loved miniatures. And so having a miniature village in our home at Christmas was just so cozy and so magical. And it's still my favorite holiday decor now. And it's so easy to find these Christmas village pieces at thrift stores. And you can find pretty much any style that you want because there's always so many. There's all different sizes of scale. There's different vibes. There's just so much when it comes to a Christmas village that you really can pick whatever you want and you'll be able to find the full set or as many pieces as you want for it. And just to be clear, when I'm talking about a Christmas village collection, I'm not talking about a Christmas village that takes up your entire room. All you really need if you're wanting to build nostalgia is just a little vignette in the corner or on a shelf or on a dresser or something. And I think that'll be so cozy and so sweet. And if you have little kids, I really think they're gonna love that. And they're just gonna think that's like the cutest thing ever. I know the Christmas season can be really overwhelming with shopping and wanting to make sure that we're creating these magical moments for our families and making sure that we're just really squeezing out every drop of joy that we can get from this season. But I think if we slow down just a little bit and kind of take a more relaxed approach to the holiday decor, I think what will happen is more curated collections to what you enjoy, and also just more value in those collections because they'll have taken time to create and build. And I think your family will really enjoy and appreciate a lot of those things. And I just think that's something that Ralph Lauren Christmas maybe can't provide as much if you're buying it all at once. And if you're buying it because that's the trend of the season, like, I'm just gonna be honest with you, I'm thankful that that is the trend this year for Christmas. I'm tired of the sad beige. I'm tired of the neutrals. I hate the pastel Christmas. I'm sorry, I don't like it. So I do like the vibe of the Ralph Lauren Christmas. I'm more of a traditional Christmas person. However, buying it all at once is really only giving the illusion of a collected and traditional Christmas when you could just have a traditional Christmas. And to have a traditional Christmas, you have to create traditions. And one of the traditions can be any of the things on this list that you could collect over time, or it could be something that is just very cozy and chill and free and does not have to be something that you buy. I hope that you have a nostalgic and magical Christmas. I hope that it is cozy, and I hope it's inviting, and I hope that it is joyful, and I hope that you have lots of friends or family around to just make it a nice cozy place. And if you don't, I hope that you make a nice cozy corner for yourself and that you can find some moments of joy this season. If you decide to start making a nostalgic Christmas, let me know down below what things you collect or what things your mom collects or your grandma collects. I would love to know those down below. And be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.